Hey guys, I've been getting a lot of questions about a few different things in the game, so I'm going to go over a few just simple things in Crystalfall. So the first thing I'm going to go over is crafting. Uh, so here we got a bunch of maps, things, right? You can't craft maps. It's not a thing currently in the game, but I get a lot of questions about crafting just in general. So we're gonna go over some of that real quick. This should be a really short, really simple video. So it's just to give you a basic idea of the crafting. It's really straightforward. It's really easy. You're gonna find a base, right? We're gonna, in this case, we're gonna use these nomad boots. Yeah, we're gonna use these ones because your base could be a white item, could be a blue item, whatever you want. It goes up to yellow items currently. You can find unique items, but it doesn't look like you can do any crafting for unique items. So we're gonna take this white item here. If you see the implicit on it is it rolled an 8% increased movement speed. Could roll anywhere from 6 to 10 on these particular items on nomad boots. Every base has like a different thing, right? The implicit on this, for example, if it was a white, it would have been a reflect, right? Just a big amount of reflect physical damage. Same thing with this. The implicit is plus the maximum Aether global. Looks like 2 sockets, right? Um, and then we get into sockets we can add. We get into uncommon affixes, rare affixes, right? And then you can re-roll the rares. So we're going to go over all of that, right? In this case, we have these white boots. The default for your crafting should be your F key. Okay, so we're gonna hit the F key. You have to complete a quest in Act 1. So you won't have this right on a level 1 character, but you will get this pretty early in the main story. You'll get the Tinker box, the crafting section, and there's a fusing section. The fusing section, think about this as the Heraldric cube in Diablo 2, right? You would put 3 of the same type of gem in there, and then there's a drop down, right? And then you'd be able to fuse 3 of these to make like the next gem up. Like you're cubing things up, right? Um, so if I take these 3 chipped, it'll turn into 1 flawed. If I take 3 flaweds, it'll turn into 1 iron core. 1 iron core will turn into a flawless iron core, right? And then perfect, right? So it's chipped, flawed, whatever the thing is, right? Like, and this is it would just be a sky core, a frost core, or storm core, right? The triangle. That's the third one up, and then there's a flawless one, which is this diamond shape. They're always going to be diamond shaped so far, and then the star shaped like this is a perfect, right? Perfect, perfect, etc. Right? Perfect storm core, whatever. And they're a different name depending on the color. These are storm cores, these are frost cores, these are skies, they're flames, and these are iron. Right. Anyway, so you have like a Heraldric cube thing. There's a lot of people that have been saying they have a hard time finding alchemists. You can take 5 of these lessers. You find a bunch of lessers, and you can turn them into the alchemist module. The alchemist module is needed. We'll go over it here in a second. What it's needed for, but it's to get your boots to like a yellow boots to like rare or rare. Like I say boots because that's what we're doing, but it could be any of these. You could have white chest piece. You'll turn it blue and then turn it yellow, right? So 5 of these. I got 5 in here. Turns into 1 alchemist module, right? Solid drop down menu. Okay, so that made another alchemist module. When you craft something, when you cube something up, it automatically puts it into your inventory if there's space. Um, So yeah, here we go. So you can control right click to move to crafting, right? And it automatically puts it in there. Or you could just drag and drop it up there, right? Control right click though, the way I do it. And then you have a drop down menu, okay? We're gonna grab the things that we need. You're gonna need a lesser, an alchemist lesser. You're gonna need a normal alchemist. You shouldn't need a greater. Yeah, there's not a lot of things that need a greater. Greater turns something into a unique or into like a red skill. Like this is a red skill, right? Like a unique skill. It started up as piercing shot, and then I upgraded it enough to turn into crimson needle. There's only 2 skills in the game right now that are a red skill like this. It's crimson needle and cog of war, which is you upgrade whirlwind. They got to be from maps. That's something that we can go over next after the crafting. Anyway, so you put your item in here that you want to craft, right? In this case, we got 8% move speed boots. I'm going to scroll down or drop down. We're going to select upgrade item rarity, right? It's going to cost 306 crystal and one of these, an alchemist lesser module. Upgrade, successfully upgraded rarity. Now it's blue, right? And put an uncommon affix on there. This uncommon could have rolled 21 to 30, rolled essentially the lowest that it could roll. And then if we have a patcher's module, which are these, we can add another uncommon affix to it. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Reflect 22 fizz damage. So this put 2 things in the uncommon affixes. We got the Aether resistance, and then we just put the Patcher's module onto it, added the physical damage, right? Reflect physical damage. Okay. It looks like there's only 2 uncommon affixes I can add, and then add a rare affix, and then re-rolling, right? It says wrong rarity, right? Because we're a blue item. So this is where the regular alchemist module would come into play. There's one of these. We're gonna try to upgrade it to rare. There's the reason I say try is because there's some stuff where it won't say guaranteed, and you can fail your craft essentially. So this gave us 15% dodge and 46 to maximum life. If you hold down your Alt key while highlighting an item, this shows what it can roll, right? So down here, we can add a rare affix with the Tinker's module, which is one of these. Tinkers are harder to find than something like Alchemist's lesser module and Mechanics modules. And you kind of need a lot of Tinker's modules. So like they're worth holding on to. Don't sell these. Don't sell these, and don't sell Artificer's modules. Both of these are pretty important. See how this says like a crafting success chance high, right? Instead of guaranteed. This added 26 lightning resistance. Moderate now. Now it's getting harder to craft things. See, I failed. So this ate one of my modules, but I failed the craft. 63% max durability. It'll get to the point where you cannot add any more rare affixes, and that's when you start considering if you want to re-roll rare affixes. And it will pick one of the rare things to try and re-roll. And sometimes it's guaranteed, sometimes it's not. I think as you start re-rolling more and more, then it starts not being guaranteed. I'm not going to re-roll that because I don't really care about these boots, and I don't really care to waste an Artificer's module. Just know that eventually, like as you start doing more of these, it can fail. And then Mechanics module, we can add a socket, right? And then that adds your socket, so then you can put a gem, in there or whatever. And then the last thing we have, if you look up towards the top, so we have the yellow name of the item. We have the base that it is. So we have a grave drive is the rare item. Nomad boots are the base. Then off to the left there, it says it's boots. And then just below that, it has quality. And there's 3 diamonds there. Okay. That's this. Upgrade item quality. This first one requires a chipped iron core, right? Okay. Now that diamond, the first diamond is checked off, right? It's lit up. That means we've got 1 quality on it. To upgrade the next quality, it starts moving up in gems, you see? So now we need one of these. very high success, so they can fail, right? So this passed, and then it starts moving up to the next gem, right? We'll take one of these, high success rate, and it passed. And then that's all we can do because there's only 3 diamonds. There's items in the game. This has 4. This would move up to the next gem, which would be a diamond shaped, but it would be a yellow gem. It'd be an iron core, right? It'd be like a diamond shaped iron core. It'd be a flawless iron core. And then a perfect iron core after that. Some of these, look at the quality on this. This goes up to 5. This goes up to 5, right? So like some of these things start requiring like sort of like the big boy gems, so to speak, right? And if you get rare affixes that you don't like I said, it's going to be an artificer's module to re-roll them. You might have a bunch of things on here that you like, but there might be that one stat that's just like not good that you don't like. So you gamble to re-roll it. It might re-roll one of your good stats though. You don't get to pick, hey, I want to re-roll the dodge on these items. It just picks one and goes with it, and then it could fail. And it will eat your currency or like your material, and then it won't give you the like the reroll that you wanted or whatever. Or it could give you a reroll, and it could reroll something really great that you wanted to keep on there. So it is really, really a gamble to get that perfect item, and that's kind of scary. So crafting is all pretty straightforward. There's nothing super crazy. It's gonna be if you got a white item, you're gonna take some of these in your inventory. You're gonna take some of these in your inventory. It's gonna be one alchemist lesser to make it to a blue, and then one alchemist to make it to a yellow. You're gonna use a mechanics module to put a socket into the item, and then Tinkers is gonna add rare affixes. Artificers is gonna reroll a random rare affix, and then these patchers modules are gonna put an uncommon affix, which is like a blue one. You start getting uncommon affixes, the 21 Aether resist and reflect 22 physical damage. You can get an uncommon affix when it's a blue item. That's pretty much all there is to crafting for right now. It's really straightforward. Some people had some kind of confusion about crafting in general in the game, and it's really not too complicated. Just the big thing is the re-rolling. If you have something really good and there might be one stat that isn't great or isn't something that you like on the item, crafter beware, man. Like you could accidentally re-roll something really good and like really screw up your item. And then that's pretty much it. Like just remember the regular alchemist module. Everybody says these are super hard to get. They're really not that crazy. You just keep picking up these lessers while you're doing maps and things. And boom, I mean, you got some alchemist modules. They're not too hard to find if you know that you can craft up, like cube up to the next one. It takes 5 of them. 5 of these lessers make one regular alchemist. You find a lot of lessers. Find a lot of mechanics. I found quite a bit of alchemist graders. You don't really use these much in the game currently. You want to hold on to your tinkers. You want to hold on to your artificers. These are kind of the 2 main crafting mats. People are using these as like currency to trade and stuff. Join the Discord for Crystalfall. There's a lot of people that can help you over there. There's a lot of people that can answer questions. I myself am just got made a mod in the Discord. I can help point you in the right direction over there. I stream on Twitch every day, Tams TV. That's also my name in the Discord. Um, feel free to ask any questions in the Discord. Join the Discord. It's a really friendly community. We're having a lot of fun over there. That's gonna do it for this one, guys. Thanks. Peace.